You may remember Oliver Anthony and his meteoric rise with his song Rich Men North of Richmond. And he has been embroiled in controversy after controversy now since breaking onto the scene. And part of me is trying to look at the most reasonable solutions here, the most reasonable explanations. But essentially, the right has now turned on him and are calling him like a fake, calling him a Democrat plant, all this stuff. I don't know, but the story is weird. I personally think it's just a young man who has no real background in the music industry and is getting taken advantage by people. But there are some suspicious things being omitted. So essentially what started is, Oliver Anthony's cancels his Cotton Eye Joe show, citing $90 to $200 tickets. My shows should never cost more than $40, ideally no more than $25, he said. But the math is curious. And we're going to get into that after a super quick word from this video sponsor. Huge shout out to this video sponsor, Magic Spoon. I remember fondly as a kid just waking up every morning and being super excited to take on that day's bowl of cereal. And going down the cereal aisle was always wild with all the brightly colored boxes and things of that nature. Well, I'm not a little kid anymore, and Magic Spoon has the great taste that you love with more protein and less sugar. The variety pack comes in 4 different flavors: fruity, frosted, cocoa, and peanut butter. My absolute favorite is the peanut butter. And Magic Spoon fits a variety of lifestyles. It's high protein, keto friendly, gluten free, grain free, soy free, wheat free, and naturally flavored. Magic Spoon is truly cereal reinvented. With 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and 4 to 5 net grams of carbs in each serving. I highly recommend you give Magic Spoon a try. Click the link below to grab a variety pack and try them out today. And be sure to use promo code QUARTERING at checkout to save $5 off any order. Go to magicspoon.com/quartering, and Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed by a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. So click the link below or scan the QR code on the screen and use code QUARTERING for $5 off, or go to magicspoon.com/quartering to save $5 today. So here's his video that he put out.
I had to pull off on the side of the road and make this video. My adrenaline's pumping, man. I'm pissed off right now. And don't buy Cotton Eye Joe tickets for $99 a piece, and sure as hell don't buy VIP passes for whatever bullshit price they're on. I have a buddy of mine who's not a booking agent. He's a friend of mine. He's a full-time plumber, and I'm trying to hire him full-time as my booking agent. And he agreed to this show, I guess, without asking for what the ticket prices are. Don't pay $100 for a ticket. That's horseshit. If we've got to cancel the venue and play somewhere else, we will. I didn't agree to it, and I don't want you to pay it. So please don't. I'm just trying to get the word out now. I don't know when the event got posted, but just...
So his buddy books it, right? The statement is... So the venue says, Cotton Eye Joe claims we were charging people $120,000 per show. That has since turned in, they have since turned the comments off, but I wanted to clarify. The most I've ever made on a show is $35,000. We've done 2 shows in North Carolina that were completely free, and I have another free show scheduled for September 23rd in Kentucky for a cancer benefit. My booking guy handled all of this on the phone with them and realized that there are 2 sides to every story, but I personally talked with Cotton Eye Joe on the phone about not charging extra for meet and greet. That's why I was so upset for seeing them charging $200 for it. I felt like they suckered us into playing there just so they could make extra money off y'all. That being said, I wish the best. All the fault is ultimately with me. I should have been more thoroughly involved in the booking and should probably consider using a professional consultant in this area. I would agree. There's no reason why tickets should have went up for sale before a contract was even signed. The good news is we have already found multiple other options for $25 admission venues, in Knoxville that can accommodate more people the same week the show is scheduled for. We still have a good thing. We're still going to have a good time in Knoxville soon. I'll share updated post, right? So perhaps it was just his buddy. So then Tim says, the question is, did you charge $120,000? Not how much did you ever make? Because to me, the venue had 1,500 seats. So if you do the math, if you do the math on that, just anybody, you don't even have to be good at math to know that if he's paying $120,000 and 1,500 people fit into that, that's minimum $80 a seat. So the venue charging $99 a seat isn't that crazy, to be honest with you. It just isn't. This is look, freaking Blink-182 and Rage Against the Machine are charging $400, $500 for tickets. $100 for a ticket actually isn't that big a deal. But my guess is that the booker probably did agree to the $120,000, which people on the right are like, really, like Tim and Mike Cernovich. All these people are like calling him a fraud now. You see this? Cotton Eye Joe did not claim he's charging people $100,000 a show. They said that's the deal that was made. Notice he didn't deny that. He deflects by mentioning other shows and free shows. Irrelevant. This is a Reddit man. This is how they avoid the truth. So Cotton Eye Joe wrote, it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for the customers of the world's famous Cotton Eye Joe. Cotton Joe, or famous Cotton Joe, I don't know. Most times we say a show has been canceled due to circumstances beyond our control. Well, we are canceling the Oliver Anthony show under our full control. All refunds will be made in the next few business days for your original form of payment. The Northman of Richmond contracted to play a Cotton Eye Joe for $120,000 for 60 minutes. After the math of knowing we only hold approximately 1,500 people, paying the ticket website their fee to sell the tickets, paying the taxman, opening the Joe on a closed night, we set the ticket price to break even and to bring our customers a show that we thought would be fun. Well, let's get off the cross, Cotton Eye Joe. I'm sure you were going to make plenty of money selling beer to those 1,500 people. 1,500 people all spending another, $50 on beer is not nothing. Cotton Eye Joe stood to make plenty of money. I don't exactly buy that they're the victim in all this. To our talent agency and promoter friends that follow us, be careful booking the Northman of Richmond. My guess is the truth is he did get contracted for $120,000 and he didn't want that getting out. I don't think it matters. But the people have turned on him so quickly. Cernovich, Patriot J, never seen a guy burn his own flame out so quickly. All you got to be is honest, man. That's really it. People don't care if you make mistakes, but they should. I'm assuming that they signed something, that the deal was in place. The venue, if you can only fit, if the price was $120,000, that's the price of the ticket. It would be $100 a head, So I think I'm hoping and just praying and looking at hopefully this guy. I truly believe that he just is new to the business and he hired his buddy to try to book it, and his buddy, took the money and was probably like, he's probably just agreed to it, and then that was it. He said he never even saw it. So I don't know. I think this is a nothing burger, and I think a lot of this is why the right loses the call culture wars so often. He seems like a regular dude. He seems like he's probably a Trump supporter. And $120,000 isn't that big of a deal. And people are freaking out about it. Like, I mean, yes, it's a ton of money, but you're talking about a guy that's like super duper famous. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, he can make all this money. He could charge $40 a seat. He just needs a bigger venue. That's all. He just needs a little, you know. I'm not trying to cancel this guy. I don't know the pot stirring, all this stuff. I don't know. You know, I think, you know, he elaborates too.
All right, so I was a little pissed off, and I made that. Yeah, I was a little pissed off. I was more than a little pissed off. I about ran us off the road when I saw that Facebook post, and so I pulled over. Joey and I were driving back from Maryland today, and so anyway, we've had an opportunity to sit in the car together for a couple hours after that and have a good long talk about where this needs to go moving forward. You know, Joey and I met at an open mic in Prince George, Virginia, about 3 weeks before I blew up. Our first time on stage together was at Currituck, the show that Jamie Johnson showed up at. And so, like, this is all very new for both of us. I mean, he's been gigging for years. I had never gigged. I was always just playing open mics. So now that we're here, it's like everybody's been telling us that we need to book these big shows and we've got to get all this stuff and we've got to hire staff to do all this crap and it's going to cost X amount of money. And it's like, we end up just kind of getting stuck. It's just like I feel like I'm getting cornered doing stuff that I don't want to do in the first place. And I'm very adamant about $25 to $40 ticket prices. I think even 40 is a little bit high. So Joey and I have had some time in the car to talk. And basically what we've decided to do is we're going to keep ticket prices moving forward. Now, we do have a few more shows booked now.
I think that this is... His buddy was probably like, $120K, this is awesome, and he didn't do the math. I think that it's a huge nothing burger after some more consideration. Like, I think that people are looking at that number and thinking he's a grifter. I just don't disagree. I don't agree with that. And, like, I don't agree with trying to make this guy the, you know, political, you know, your political hero. He's just a musician. That most people would probably agree with more than not, but I don't know. I mean, people are always suspect. I understand that, but this one seems a little odd to me. I think he's probably just making mistakes because he's new to it all, but maybe I'm just too bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Let me know what you think in the chat, in the comments.